worse because you're on that side.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, I'm Carol.
I'm Tracy.
And we are My
Outlander
Purgatory. I don't usually say purgatory.
I know, because you were like, we don't sit here. We're sitting opposite.
Look, you guys, Tracy's in my house.
I'm in her house.
I'm so sorry. Is that a problem?
I'm in her house. Oh my God. No, we normally sit on the opposite side. So I will usually start it, but you were like, no, I think that's her good side.
This side is like, what is that?
You guys, how are you? Oh, look, Carol, our glasses are like, here's my glass just sitting here.
How are you?
It's been so long, you guys. We're sorry.
No, we're not, and neither are you. We all needed a break.
You guys needed a break from us, I'm sure. No, you didn't. You clamored for more, so here we go.
You're right. You guys are like, they're watching us in the background while they're like doing dishes.
So yes, we're at Carol's house. I came down for the day, to go to Keelan's, football game that she cheers at. And because my husband is away for the weekend, so I had nothing to do. I had nothing better to do. So,
you guys, she so had nothing to do. She announced to me this morning, like, I'll be down in an hour. And I was like, well, let me know my Jerry's.
So how are you, Carol? Are you good?
And how are you, Tracy?
Carol, wait, all right. This is not cake bread as she thought it was, because I was like, that's really good wine.
Wouldn't be $11.99.
Cupcake, but it's called like.
It tastes like a cupcake.
It doesn't taste like a cupcake.
It tastes like a cupcake. It tastes like that full-bodied, oaky.
Well, it's actually called Butter Kissed Chardonnay.
Buttery.
So I was like,
nutty.
Okay, if it's called Butter Kissed, it's going to be like.
That's what they all say.
Really oaky, and it kind of is.
Go on the
food.
food.
I like to go to Chardonnay.
Go on the Food Network, and that's all it is. It's oaky, it's buttery, it's, what was the other one I just said? Oaky, buttery, nutty, it's nutty. That's what everything they eat.
All the judges, all the chopped judges.
Everything they ever eat on those shows is nutty, buttery, and oaky.
And I don't even want to talk about what she drinks.
Santa Margarita.
Whatever.
Because I won't have a headache in the morning.
So,
and it tastes really good.
So, so, like, we haven't talked to you guys in so long. There's nothing really, like, new. The big exciting thing is, I mean, you already knew about it, like, we will, 6 rounds from today, 6 rounds from right now.
That was from 2 days ago.
We'll be there now. We will be in Scotland 6 months from now. But wait, so in terms of Outlander news,
there's Outlander news?
Because we haven't done this since, like, May, I think we did the last one. So it's been, 5 months.
Minnie Mouse.
Probably almost 6 months. In the interim, we have a premiere date for season 5, which is February. Is it February or January?
It's February.
It's February
20th, maybe. What are we doing? Keep talking.
Yeah, that's kind of sounding kind of familiar, but what we figured is, we're like, okay, great. What we figured is that likely the penultimate episode will have, really the finale episode will be the night we get home from Scotland, but the penultimate episode will be like the day we arrive in Scotland.
Sunday, February 16th.
Yeah, we did the math, whatever. So all I know is that might have to be the very first live mob recap. We will see what happens.
Oh my God.
We'll see what happens.
So wait, are we watching over there too?
Is
it even going to be on?
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Are you kidding me? Hi, stars. I'm in Scotland promoting Outlander. You might want to let me watch.
We'll figure it out. Whatever. So that's the big news. And the other big news was we have a trailer. We have a full-on trailer. Carol, have you watched the trailer?
I think so.
I watched it but I haven't watched it in a little while.
I watched something, so I'm guessing it was the trailer.
How about we do it right now? How about we watch it right now and we can comment on it?
Because Claire's like, you here because of me.
Now you talk for a minute while I find it.
Claire's like, I'm going to say that again. You're all here because of me. And it really, it gets you excited because you're an Outlander fan. But if you're not an Outlander fan, I don't know. I was kind of like, okay. I was getting a little nervous. Like,
as an Outlander fan, what the heck?
There's not a whole lot of, oh my God, happening in this trailer.
Well, the one, oh my God, was Jamie's bangs, or lack thereof.
Oh, I didn't see. I did
not
notice that.
They are
Keep
gone.
talking.
They are gone. And the world rejoices.
Gone so long.
All right, wait. Let's see.
Guys, Tracy and I just went to dinner, and we really didn't eat much. We just had some nachos. But, oh my God, I got to be careful that no one can see that my pants are undone.
We also have ice cream in the freezer, but we're not going to eat it on camera because the last time we ate on camera, people didn't like it.
I got in trouble.
I know. People, well, I mean, the ice cream's probably a little different because it's not really noisy. I think you were eating chips or something.
And I was like, yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I know, and I have that thing, too, where I can't stand listening to people chew and swallow. So it wasn't too bright on my part, but you know, sometimes it can't be helped. Sometimes you just need. Tracy, what are you doing?
Wait, okay. Oh, are you kidding me? Wait, don't. Okay. All right, are we ready to watch it? Should we watch it with everybody?
Oh, you're not. This is like 1927 technology.
All right. You guys watch it with us, and we'll stop. Like, if we need to for anything.
Can you, like, play it and edit it in so that we're on the bottom watching and it's on the top? Yeah.
I bet I can. Okay.
It's my fault that you're all here.
It's my fault that you're all here.
Fighting the dangers.
The dangers.
Of the Carolina wilderness.
Okay, can we first talk about Roger? For some reason, even though we have seen Roger in the past, in this trailer, to me, he looks brand new. He looks like a whole new Roger. Like, maybe he's, because he's back from the Indians or whatever. But he looks very different than he did when he was in the past before.
Oh, my God, I forgot.
When this war you tell me about eventually comes, it would be safer in your time.
All time must be done.
See, press pause.
You want to go back, don't you?
I feel like, I'm sorry, is this season 4 or season 5? Haven't we heard him a few times be like, you would be safer in your time? I'm sorry, Kalan, like what?
I will say that I haven't watched the trailer again in a while, but I feel like a lot of the trailer is made up of kind of random stuff that isn't necessarily anything to do with like real stuff that's going to happen in season 5, but they just like pulled a line here and there.
Yeah, I think they needed to give the people what they want. So
right. And like, like if anytime Jamie's like, you'd be better, safer in your own time. Like, it implies that maybe something bad is happening, but he might just be making conversation, like, because...
Tracy, you'd be safer.
Claire, remember the time I told you that you might be safer in your own time?
18 times.
And then they just take that little bitty part and put it in the trailer. So wait, okay, all right.
Our family is here.
Oh, I think Bree and Roger, like, Bree likes it in the past. And I think Roger's a little like, yeah.
And it's shocking that Bree's annoyed. Again. As usual.
Dangerous. Isn't this playing God?
Who is that?
Okay, wait.
Who dat?
Okay. Who dat? Who dat? Wait.
Playing God?
See, again, I think that this is probably like some random person on the ridge that, they live on the ridge now. Jamie's like he's like a laird of the ridge or whatever. But you knew that from season 4. Like, families are coming to live on the ridge. So, I'm sure Claire's like doctoring all of them and people are going to die. So it's probably, again, that's probably just some random...
Yeah, like it makes us sit here and go, oh.
If I am to keep us safe here, then time, space, history, be damned.
Oh my God, Jamie, you look so much better without those bangs. All right, wait.
Prepare for battle.
Oh!
Prepare for
battle, Jamie.
It's safer in the future.
Everybody's
What?
even now Claire is like
It's
safer in the
future?
future. No. I'm sorry. It's safer in the
Future.
All right, wait.
It's time.
It's Sunday, February 16th. I think it looks pretty good. Now, I've also been seeing a lot of stills, like photographs. And there's one, because nowhere in that, Carol, can you tell me what is missing from that teaser trailer? What happens in the first, 500 pages of the book?
It's
a fiery
one where there's
cross.
Fire. Is that the one where there's places burned down, villages burned down? Sorry,
Well,
spoiler. That's not that bad of a spoiler.
I don't know.
It's either fire.
No, but you're not thinking. You're not thinking.
No,
Oh,
the
gathering.
What happened? They wrote out the gathering.
And nowhere in that trailer do we see Lord the Gathering.
What?
But I will say that there are a bunch of stills out there,
Hold it.
and the stills are
Hold it.
clearly
Weren't
at the Gathering.
we waking up at
The gathering, yes, we were.
doing this.
But now we didn't end season 4 at the Gathering, right?
all right.
Because I kind of forget because then
No,
they
it
were in
doesn't
the
open.
Gathering in their own
Doesn't
time
open
too.
anymore.
Why?
Because it just
When
doesn't.
Bree and Roger were at the Gathering. Oh my God! But no, they're definitely the Gathering is definitely happening because there are stills that are very clearly from the Gathering. So Lord the Gathering, and if the show is equivalent to the book, we will be at the Gathering till about episode 5.
If the show is equivalent to the books, we will be at the Gathering
all
until
season.
2027.
Oh my God. I'm trying to think what else is new. Did you hear this thing about Sam Heughan and Graham McTavish are going to have a podcast? And you're going to love this. Oh my God, I can't believe you don't know this. They're having a podcast, and it might be a TV show now, but it's all about Scotland and the history of Scotland.
Ooh.
And you are
I would
loving
love
it.
that.
And they're going to have a whiskey too. They're making a whiskey, much like
Their own?
much like Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul made some sort of Breaking Bad whiskey. That's what we have. We have so many shows we have to talk about. You guys,
Is it a bad whiskey? I'll tell you the shows we have to talk about.
Oh, David. All right. Well, wait. Let's get all the other Outlander business out of the way.
Business.
Business.
Hang on, you guys. I got to pull up my pants.
I thought you were going to leave them unplugged or unzipped.
I was, but now they're bothering me like that.
What else? Yes. So trip to Scotland, 6 months from today. From right now, we will be in Scotland.
Oh my God. We're going to Scotland.
We're going to Scotland.
Yeah, I figured that
Yes,
out.
y'all. If you are coming, we are thrilled and we are so excited. I will say this: we have set up a special Facebook group for our participants of to the trip. Unfortunately, it is limited to participants of the trip. There's been some people who have applied to be in the group. We have a couple questions you have to answer. Basically, the question is, are you going to Scotland with us? So if I have to turn you down for it, that's why. It's so that we can sort of talk about it, whatever. But I know there will be more opportunities in the future. I'm looking in a little crystal ball, my little magic 8 ball, and God willing, this won't be the last time. So
Tracy and I are going to be going to Scotland every year for a long time, and then we'll be halfway through the Gathering.
What else? What other? Oh, I know. Katrina Balfe is in a new movie.
Oh, I saw the trailer
I saw
the
the
other
trailer
day.
too.
I went to see Downton with Led and Mary.
I went to see Downton too.
Oh my God! And I'm watching this trailer. It's about Matt Damon and the race car driver.
It's Ford. It's
Ford
Tesla
and
Ford,
Ferrari.
Ford Fairlane. I don't know. Ford and Ferrari. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But I think is she Matt Damon's husband in this?
Is she? Well, his wife.
I mean, wife.
She's either married. I thought maybe she was married to Christian Bale, but I think she's married to Matt Damon.
I don't know, but it's a good guess.
Matt Damon.
But I did, but she has a really good moment in the trailer too. That she's very funny. She like gets that little like lawn chair out. She just like sits her butt down and she's like, yeah, you know, this is just too entertaining or whatever. She says.
I didn't see that.
Oh no, I didn't tape the whole thing. I just have a still. I can't mean to tweet him that.
Did we discuss? You and I are kind of like off kilter moving. Did we discuss Downton?
The movie? We can discuss
so much. You guys, I cried, and I have to be honest. Oh, I didn't tell you this. I lost it the very first time. Do 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 do.
Oh, like where the starting would be, like when they had sort of this like obviously they don't have the real starting of the show in the movie, but it sort of alludes to the starting a little bit. There's like a little like random
just
dusting.
the song and the the wide shots of
I
Downton Abbey
know
in this movie
I know
are akin to. Then they rode this way.
We gotta talk about that
way. Because every like 15 minutes, you'd have a big wide shot with the music, and I cracked up.
It was spectacular.
It was like the Brady Bunch. Doo, 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 and they showed. But the first time they showed it, I lost it. And I don't think I've ever in my life. I always have to have popcorn because I don't go to the movies very often. So when I get there, I'm like the popcorn, and I forgot napkins. I always take a wad of napkins. I forgot napkins.
Oh my god, I've done that before in movies. Not had napkins.
So not only am I like, but they played the music and then they panned out and showed Downton Abbey, and like all I could hear was Tom going "Lady May," and like all of the times. I mean, we watched that show faithfully, and Tom being like, "Oh my god, she's gonna blah blah, blah and he's gonna blah," and I just lost it. I don't blame you. I was like, "Oh my god, Tom." Tom was a big movie guy. He was that guy that sat in the audience until the every credit.
Oh, yes, you should.
He would never leave. He's the one who started me doing that, because when we first went to the movies, when we were dating, I was like, are we going to leave?
Yeah, it's a tribute to all the people who worked hard on the movie.
Ever left. He would stay until the very last thing, and the lights came up, and the poor guy behind us was like, you guys going to go now? I got to sleep out. And so I went to see that, and I just thought, oh my God, Downton. Tom loved, I mean, I do too. We loved like sitting, and who doesn't love going to the movies? But we really loved the movies, the cinema, and sitting there
I knew that.
waiting for it to come. Tom was like a little kid every time he went to the movies.
I don't think I knew that because John is the same way too. And if I had known that, we would have gone to the movies with you guys more often.
Although he would have been like, oh no, Trace, you and Carol are going to talk. And Tom had no talk.
I don't talk during the movie.
You did not talk to Tom.
We mostly would go like during the summer though. We go to the movies like to see the Oscar nominated stuff, and then during the summer because we don't have air conditioning in our house, and sometimes it just gets so hot.
Don't get me
started. Gotta go to the movies.
It's her, okay? Her husband wants it, and she won't.
We have window units. It's fine. It's enough. Oh, it's good. But no, I will say I get where you're coming from. I would have thought the same thing because, like...
Hang on a minute. I have to interrupt you and say that I'm not, like, looking down on anyone who doesn't have air conditioning. P.S. It's expensive, and it's hard to do, and she's a really old house. So I just am saying that because I am like, oh my God,
it's so fine. Hot. It's all good. No, but
I just don't want to sound like a snot.
With the Downton Abbey, I totally get that. Like, I totally get why that would make you think of Tom and be kind of like crying. Because if you guys haven't seen the movie, like, you know, you watch the show and it's pretty on the show, but that, like, she's right. Like the cinematography that they're able to do in the movie on like a big, massive, you know, AMC screen.
Yep.
It takes your breath away. It really does. It really does. You're absolutely right. And it was just fun. Like, the movie was just fun.
I didn't expect it, and I remember I expected that with Poldark. I almost had you come down and watch Poldark with me for the first time, because I was like, I'm not going to be able to handle watching Poldark by myself without Tom saying, Ross! And I did fine with Poldark because if you can't tell, like, Tom and I were big, we're talking 25 years of watching. The greatest Saturday night for us was sitting on the couch, and Tom would go, oh, we have a Poldark and a Downton. You know what I mean? And we'd make popcorn, and it would be awesome. So I really was flipping out, like, how am I going to sit on my couch by myself and watch TV?
But you did Game of Thrones very well.
I thought
you'd be all right with
really had a problem a couple of times. Obviously, you know, I cry every day. So, But when I did not expect it, I went to Downton and I lost it, and Shannon's sitting there with me, and I'm like, and she totally understands.
No, I mean, I get I wouldn't have thought it like not like just randomly, but like when you say that, I completely get why. I completely get it. I completely get it.
And you were like, I'm watching Downton Abbey
But-
on the big screen. I mean, it was just so awesome.
But it was just like, besides just how beautiful it all was, and you just want to go there. Like, I think you could, did I read somewhere you could stay there? Because, we have to do that. Like, we might have to do that, we are going to go to Scotland like a day early, and we might have to do that. But it's probably pretty far. How far is it? How many hours does it take to drive there?
For all you Monarch of the Glen fans, we went to that area and we ate in a pub right nearby. Thank you, John and Hugh from Inverness Tours, who are awesome. And oh my God, you can't even go near the place, let alone sleep over. The Arbor. Oh, you guys, I can never say it. It's like Arborvitae or Arborvitae or something.
Arborvitae is like a bush.
No, it's not Arborvitae. It's literally like Arborvitae or something.
I don't know. But the Downton Abbey movie was a lot of fun. If you haven't seen it, it's it's beautiful to watch on the big screen, but it's fine to watch it on Netflix or whatever when it's on. But the best thing about it too is like you can totally tell that they're making another movie. You can. I mean, I guess if they don't make another one, it'd be all right. But like the story,
think so? I was like, wow, I don't know if they're going to be making another movie.
Well, what the hell else are they going to do? Mr. Carson is in some other movie.
Oh,
because we saw him in the last movie we saw. I don't remember what it is, but it's a good movie. There's like a lot of big stars in it.
Well, I know. Oh my God, I love him. I love everyone. And do you know who got to me in this movie more than
Thomas.
Anybody? Thomas. What is his name in real life?
I don't know.
That is the real. Oh my God, I can't.
He was really great, and he was really like his character. I mean, he's been like a real jerk usually, but his character was really like.
He was lovely,
very sympathetic. I would say.
Oh my God, I love what they've done. Thomas Barrow. What the heck? What's his name? Oh my God, Rob James Collier. If I'm saying that right, I'm sorry. It might be Collier. You guys, he touched me in this movie. I've been watching that show for years, and he's got his ups and his downs, and that character has changed, and been bad and been good. He was so lovely in this movie. I just wanted to just jump up and kiss the screen. And just to see him, when he went into that, I don't know what you'd call it, like a speakeasy type of, when he went in and saw the men dancing.
I know.
And this actor was he's so amazing because he brought it to life. He walked in and he saw it and he was just, did they really do this? Oh my God, it was so good.
Oh my God. It was really good. So go see that. All right. I mean, we should have written down all the shows we want to talk about because there's just too many of them.
Just keep going.
Well, yes. All right. We alluded to it. And I think the last video, maybe the last couple of videos, I said to you, you have to watch this. You would love it. And you have since watched the whole thing. We're talking about Schitt's Creek. You guys. Now, Schitt's Creek has gotten very cool, so probably a lot of you have watched it already.
They are my people.
But if you haven't,
spirit animals.
It is so good, you guys. And, it's good on so many levels, okay? It's a very easy binge. The next season is the last season. It's
Each episode is 20 minutes.
It's 20 minutes.
Because it's
They're
half hour
all on
show.
Netflix now. The last season is not even started yet. It's starting. I don't know when it's starting, but
you go from one episode to the next, and you're like, "It's over. I need the next one."
But for me, the really interesting thing about that show is the character development. Like in the first season, it's very funny. I mean, come on, it's Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara, and
which the two of them you can always expect.
Catherine O'Hara is a goddess. A goddess.
Wow. I haven't heard her talk in a while, so I can't do it. I can't do the accent.
There aren't many.
She's a mixture of Madonna's fake English accent and Forrest Gump. Honest to God, those two accents together. Listen to her. Every once in a while, she'll say, "Well, I don't know," and I crack up.
Well, I mean, I guess if you're when at the part where he's like, box of chocolates.
Yes. So,
Like, I guess maybe you're
well,
right now.
David, I can't do it because.
But the thing is, so the first season, so it's about a family, a very rich family. The father is Eugene Levy, and he made his fortune in, like, video stores or whatever. And I guess they, like...
What's the name of the video stores? We hear it every 5 minutes.
Rose
Video.
Rose Video. So I guess so they lose it all for whatever reason.
In the first
like
2
2 minutes, yes.
of the show, they lose
all
everything.
their money, they lose everything.
It's the guy ran off with their money. He
Yeah,
sold
yeah.
it, and
Yeah. So the only thing that they have left is, as a joke, the dad, Eugene Levy, Johnny Rose, bought David, his son, a town.
Ooh, David.
Like, as a joke gift. And the
As a
town
joke.
is called Schitt's Creek.
He bought a town, like, for fun, as a gag for his
fun.
birthday.
So there's a motel in Schitt's Creek, and their, like, lawyer or whatever is like, well, you still have this. They're not going to take it back. They're not going to take it from you. So you can live here. And the motel is like this rundown Fleabag motel. We have to talk about that too.
I don't watch that.
We'll get to that. So it's their story. It's the story of this family and the kooky people who live in the town. But what I love about it is the character development over 5 seasons.
Oh my God.
Like, these characters grow. They're always like, they start out being kind of selfish and, vapid. And they just grow, like in living in Schitt's Creek and getting to know these people, they realize what's important in life, and they grow, and they realize that each other is important.
Right.
And they just grow and change so much. And you don't see this in sitcom characters. In sitcom characters, they get in a rhythm and every episode is funny, whatever. But this is...
It's brilliant.
It really is brilliant.
I do not throw around the term brilliant because I can't stand the way everybody in Hollywood is like, oh, he's brilliant, instead of he's a really nice guy. But I'm telling you right now, the writing on the show, and like Tracy said, the carrying out of the character
development.
Oh, my God.
Over 5 seasons. I will say right now, the best, most romantic couple in all of television is on that show.
Wow, you almost spoiled that, baby.
I don't think you agree with that, but...
No, it's not that I had a problem with the couple. Did you do your nose right here?
I don't know. What did I do?
It's like you have a cut. I don't have a problem with the couple, clearly. I hope you're not even going there.
No. You just don't think they're very romantic.
No.
There was a romantic gesture made by one person.
Oh my God, you're telling me what I think.
You told me. You're like, oh, it's stupid.
No. I am just saying that I was like, I want everyone else. It was a little too more of them and not enough of everybody else. And it was just getting boring to me, their storyline. But after that, a few things happened that I was like, oh. Like, it was too much. It was too much of them and not enough of... I'm an Alexis fan.
And see, I like David. Sweet.
Ew, David. Sometimes I'll say something and I'll be like...
God, ew, David.
Yeah, but no, sometimes I'll say something and I'll be like, yeah, so you can just go, okay, so...
Okay.
Like, so David.
Okay.
So David.
Yeah.
And then sometimes Moira, but I haven't heard Moira talk in so long that I can't do my Moira.
David.
It depends on what she's saying.
It's just really good, you guys.
It depends on what she's saying.
It depends on what she's saying. The crows have eyes, Carol.
I love when she says a word that's totally ridiculous, like that's up, like, British accent. It's just really funny.
And then like Chris Elliott is on too. Who I'm not a Chris Elliott girl,
Elliott,
but he's
so
funny. He's funny. The woman who plays his wife is very funny, Jocelyn.
Jocelyn's very funny, but I remember him from, it was like Scary Movie or something, and he had like this little hand, and there's this one line where he's like, somebody's like falling out the window or something, and he's like, take my hand, and she goes to grab, and he's like, no, my little hand, and Tom used to go, no, my little hand. So watching this show, every time I see him, I just think, my little hand.
One of the first dates I ever went on with my husband, we went to the movies, and he asked a mutual friend, like, what should I take her to see? And the friend said, Cabin Boy. So we went to see Cabin Boy. And
John took you to see Cabin Boy on a first date.
It was one, I don't think it was the first date, but it was like one of them.
That is so not
And it was literally the worst movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, Chris, he can get a little. I love him,
and
but
I
he can
like
get
went back the next, because it was like my husband and I worked together, and this was another guy at work, and I was like, really, Jack? Really? Cabin Boy?
Was
really?
he being a wise guy?
I don't know. He probably liked Cabin Boy, this guy Jack.
Maybe he liked you, and he didn't want you to like John.
No, that wasn't the case. So, all right, so Schitt's Creek, like, loved it. I finished, I think I had finished it, I might have finished it, like, by the time.
Or you told me to watch it.
Yeah, like, when we did the last video.
I don't know, but you guys, that show saved my life. So, Tracy saved my life, and that show saved my life.
Tracy
because
saved your life tonight.
Tracy saved my life tonight. I would watch that show, and I found, for all of you guys who've watched it, you will understand when I say, I hope, I found a kinship with these people because their life was ripped apart and nothing was the same, and they were forced into this new way of life, and they had to sink or swim, and that's exactly how I felt. And I would watch them every night, sometimes 3 episodes a night. 3, it was only 20 minutes, more than that. I would just zip, 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 and these people are my family. These people are my family.
That's very deep. I didn't even know that.
I felt that way. I still feel that way. They were the only people in the world I could relate to. Well, not the only people, but I could relate to these people because they understood what it was like to have to turn your life completely upside down and have to live with it and have to go on and get up the next morning.
Yes, it's great, you guys. It's so not an investment. It's like, it's so little time. You can...
And the first couple episodes are like a lot of shows. In the first time I watched the first 2 episodes, I was like, okay, it's funny. And I didn't watch it again for like weeks. And then when I went back to it, I was like, all right, I have nothing else, whatever, I'll watch it again. And that's when it grabs you. So don't expect it to grab you until like 4 or 5 or something.
Season 1, actually, I think I slept through a lot of it. And I'll be honest with you, we started episode 2 like by mistake, and we totally didn't get what was going on. We were like,
God,
what? And we didn't realize till we had finished season 1 and like thought that the last episode of season 1 was the last episode, but it was really the first episode of season 1. And we were like, the hell? Wait,
you must have been like, oh,
is this a flashback episode? Like, oh no, we screwed this up.
Don't they have that in one of the commercials though? And then they keep playing the same. In season 2, they keep playing the same season. Is it season 1 where David's like, you know, and they're
I don't know, but no, it's really great. It's really great. Can we talk about? Can we talk? I'm trying to think about like shows that we watched over the summer, and I feel like there's a lot of reboots to talk about. And but I don't know that you stuck with this.
Oh, I forgot to put my lens back, so I can't do my funny bit with Linda Richman. I was going to do my funny Linda Richman. Can we talk? I'll give you a topic.
Well, why are you talking about Linda Richman?
Because you just said, can we talk?
Oh, okay. So, Carol, did you stick with BH 90210?
No, I only watched 1. It's not that I didn't stick with it, it's just I forgot and I was doing other things.
I have to tell you guys, now I was back in the day, I was a very, very big 90210 fan. I think you were too. But no, we have to do like cute things like.
Oh God, I don't remember it that much. I think I've blocked it out of my brain, except for Donna Martin Graduates.
Donna Martin Graduates. I loved 90210. I thought it was lots of fun. I remember like breaking up with somebody, and like in the episode, during the episode where Dylan and Brenda broke up, and Brenda was like packing up all of Dylan's stuff, and I was packing up all of this person's stuff, and I was like, Brenda, I'm right there with you.
Oh my God, you had to pack up his stuff?
Well, no, just like stuff that like, you know,
like stuffed animals or something,
like just the
from
stupid
the arcade
stuff that the person like gave you or whatever that you don't want around anymore or whatever. So anyway, I thought it was incredibly entertaining, BH 90210. This is what I was going to say. Like, when I heard they were doing a reboot, I was like, great. And then I heard the premise, which was, okay, it's going to be the actual actors not the characters. Like, they're not playing, you know, Kelly and Donna and Brenda, and
they're playing
and
themselves.
They're playing themselves.
Yeah.
Like, doing a reboot. And I was like, what the hell? You guys, well, for me,
Wasn't it kind of
worked.
corny?
It was totally corny, but in a really good way. It was, they took, like, I think to enjoy the show, A, you had to have watched the regular 90210, the first one. And B, you had to at least have a familiarity with the actors and, like, their place in pop culture. Because, again, back in the day...
Like Gabrielle...
Like, back in the day, you know, remember, like, Shannon Doherty was a real brat and, like, quit the show and everyone hated her.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, wasn't, like,
And
Tori
then
Spelling,
Jenny
like,
Garth.
dating some, like douchey, you know,
That I don't remember.
douchebag.
And Jenny Garth married the hottest
And Jenny Garth...
vampire on the
Well, no, but
planet.
Jenny Garth got married and then got divorced and then got married again.
She
to,
did, she did.
To Carl...
He was number 2?
Yeah. Carlisle. She got married to Carlisle and then got divorced from him and then got married to some other guy, and I think they're still together, but they weren't going to get... Oh, yeah, she's married now. But I think they were going to get divorced, and then
who?
just some guy, I don't know, some random guy. But
Wow,
anyway,
so confusing.
all of this stuff, so you have to have at least a little bit of familiarity with the actors and, like, their place in pop culture. And if those two things were true, you would enjoy the hell out of the BH 90210 show. Of course, I know all this stuff.
What
so
is BH?
Beverly Hills, because it wasn't
Oh,
called
God.
90210.
How did I miss
BH 90210. To the point where, like, if you want to watch it on demand, you had to put in BH 90210. You weren't going to find it.
So the very first time I ever went to California in my mid-20s, I had to go for work, and Tracy had to go for work, so we went together. And
Not the same work.
The very first thing we did, we just were like, let's go together because we both have to go. And the very first thing we did was go see Occidental College because Tracy was like, they filmed 90210 here. We have to go.
Did they film? No. Did they film 90210? Yes, they filmed 90210 there.
Yes,
It's
like
Pepperdine. Pepperdine was where they filmed Battle of the Network Stars, if you guys remember that back in the day. And that's also in California. And I've driven past that too. But Occidental, I forgot about that. Occidental College was, or there was the West Beverly. But
Sorry,
anyway.
guys, I'm so tired.
Wake up, wake up.
I know, I'm trying.
You might need to eat your ice cream.
I know.
So, you know, again, like, you know, Gabrielle Carteris, the big joke was that she was, like, really older than, like, when she was Andrea, she was, you know, supposed to be 18, and she was really, like, 30. So all of these, like, real life things are part of the show. And they lean way, way, way into the joke. So on the show, like, the Tori Spelling of the show is married to this guy and has, like, 17 kids, and the guy, like, stays at home because he doesn't have a job, you know, as her husband, as her life seems to be. The Jenny Garth on the show, has been married and divorced, like, 3 times, and is, like, a real kind of,
Biatch.
like, slut, yes, slutty, bratty.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. The Jason Priestley. What's the deal with the Jason Priestley? Jason Priestley is like a director. Is a director like Jason Priestley really is, and, like, won't do the show unless he gets to direct it. The best part. The Shannon Doherty is, like, you know, lives on, like, an ashram somewhere.
I was going to say, I only saw her for, like, a second on the screen. Did she ever come on to the show?
Yes. She, like, comes on, like, by episode 2, I think she's back on. She is so damn funny in this show. And again, I'd be really curious. Like, tell us in the comments if you watch the show. And I don't know that anybody is going to like it if they haven't, like, if they didn't watch it the first time, and if they don't have at least, you know, like, a prerequisite is you gotta, like, sort of at least appreciate some of these like quirks of these people,
right?
The Gabrielle Carteris, and you know how, like, Andrea was always sort of like the, like, you know, gay hero or heroine.
Yes.
So they play that all up too. Like, Gabrielle Carteris is, like, you know, experimenting with, like, am I a lesbian? Am I not a lesbian? Whatever.
She's like a grandmother, isn't she?
And she's a grandmother in the show. Like, again, they lean so into all of these stereotypes and perceptions of them, and it really worked.
Okay.
And it's hilarious.
When's the Melrose reboot? Because once Heather gets out of jail, then they can
Is
make
Heather
that.
is Heather really in jail?
I'm a very important advertising executive. You guys, I have been going. I was all right. I'm totally interrupting what we're talking about.
That's right. I was kind of done. But
I got
it was
this
good.
Brazilian blowout, so now my hair is pretty straight. But I'm like, and it lasts for 3 months. And I'm like, oh my God, I have to go get my Heather. I'm getting my haircut on Tuesday, and I have to get my Heather Locklear, very important advertising executive haircut. Remember? With the zhuzh. What is it doing?
Oh, that's weird. My
Did
email
it-
just sort of opened.
Did it
on
stop
its
recording?
own. No, it's recording.
And what was the... Dun, 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 dun. Wasn't that the beginning of the Melrose?
Da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na,
Dun. So what was dun, 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 dun.
I don't know. I don't remember the Melrose theme.
Oh, I loved Melrose. It was so dumb. It was the
Melrose was
best
good
dumb
the
show
first
on
couple of
TV.
years, and then it just got too stupid. Whatever, it got
God.
too stupid. But even like, the one funny thing with the 90210 reboot is like, there's some crazy plot about like there's some stalker that like is sending them all voodoo dolls that are like ripped up with limbs off. So they're like, who is it? But it's just like, Tori Spelling's on the case, whatever. And she's finally like, they're all going down the stairs, and she falls down the stairs, and then she's like, wait a minute, I know who it is. And they all go off to some club, like in Northern California.
In the club.
And who's singing at the club? But that guy that was on 90210, like in the later seasons, who was Donna Martin's boyfriend, that was the singer that like beat her up. Remember? I got that. How do you talk to an angel?
Oh my
And he's singing that song.
No!
And they're like, but whatever his name is, Jamie something or other. They're like, hey, Jamie, whatever. It's the gang, are you stalking us? And he's like, no, I got out of acting and I'm a fireman now. Like, which he really is.
Then why was he singing?
Because he like sung, he had a band and
He's
sung in
really
like a
a
local
fireman
bar.
in real life?
He's a fireman in real life. Yes.
Wait, is he a full-time fireman? Like that's what he does for a living?
Yes.
Or is he a pop around and do a little bit of research like Kyle Chandler?
No, he's like a fireman. He's a fireman in real life. Like he quit acting. He probably, maybe he has a band and like sings in garage bands or whatever.
Oh.
But like, yes. It's just the whole thing is so
Okay,
great.
we've
All right,
spent
we have to
way
move. We
too
have
much
to move
time
on.
on
I do want to mention because I was just telling Carol this. Cobra Kai, really good.
I haven't seen that, but I will.
I've only seen the first 2 episodes because you have to pay for the third one, even though I thought you didn't.
You guys,
But that's the reboot of the Karate Kid and it's like the real actors. It's like Ralph Macchio and we call him Sweep the Leg. I don't know his real name. And it's like them, 30 years later or whatever. Very, like, again, I was like, I hear this is good. I don't know. I'm going to try it. And it really is. It's really good. It's funny and it's interesting. Like, of course, Sweep the Leg is like on, gotten on hard times, and Daniel San is like all rich and he owns like car dealerships and he makes commercials where he's like, we're gonna like chop the prices in half. And it's like when I used to have to.
Does he have like 57 Chevy?
His daughter dating? I think his daughter is sort of interested in Sweep the Leg's son, and so that's where it's gonna go with there.
Is the blonde guy in it?
The blonde guy is Sweep the Leg.
Oh, I'm thinking Sensei.
Wait. Oh no. Oh well. No. I don't know if he's going to be in it, but he might be. I mean, he might be like in a later episode.
And is Sweep the Leg actually in it?
Sweep the Leg. I think also Sweep the Leg is the one that died. Like
no. Because I looked this up. Thank God. I was like, did
Sweep the Leg is
poor
in it.
guy.
Yes.
He was the cute one next to Sweep the Leg.
Yes. That's
with like the
that
middle
died.
part.
Yes. And the feathered hair.
God
Feathered
bless
Tom
him.
Cruise hair.
Lord of mercy.
No. Sweep the Leg is one of the stars. It's Ralph Macchio and Sweep the
How
Leg.
does Sweep the Leg look these days?
Good.
He was like the bad boy, mean boy hottie.
He's getting that like Kiefer Sutherland kind of like withered, like grizzled yet handsome.
Like this?
Yeah. Yeah, the legs looking
I'm
good.
sorry, did someone say weathered and grizzled?
Weathered and grizzled.
Because I had to put makeup on my neck today to do this video.
Can I talk about one more reboot? And
Dear God.
no, just
I'm
really,
just going to go
the
make
Breaking
myself
Bad,
a sandwich.
the Breaking Bad.
I want no part of that.
Movie. Really?
Zero.
Why?
And we were such Breaking Bad fans.
Why?
We went on vacation years back, and we would put the kids to bed and plug in. We took the Roku with us and plugged it in and watched Breaking Bad. Loved it like no other. But once Breaking Bad was done, I was done. I do
Breaking
not
Bad.
watch Better Call Saul. I do not want to watch this. I want nothing.
Oh, Better Call Saul is really good. You should watch
I
that.
just was done with all of them, and I don't want to go back there and
But
revisit.
Better Call Saul is very interestingly
You guys,
done.
Tracy, I think we've talked about before, grew up outside of Philadelphia, and yet she says Better Call Saul. I don't really get that.
Shut up. Better Call Saul.
Better call. Wait, I didn't do the sweet.
Sweet delay.
Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul. That's like that really has really cool connections to Breaking Bad that you wouldn't think of. The Breaking Bad sequel movie, there kind of wasn't a reason to do it. I mean, it's entertaining and it's fun to see the two Jesse's meth threat friends, and of course there's the obligatory spoiler alert. Sorry, Walter White appearance, whatever. But there kind of wasn't a reason to make it. So
Was the wife in it?
no, the wife was not in it. The brother-in-law.
Oh, was the brother in it? Was the
no.
kid or his son?
Well, the brother-in-law I think might be in it, but it's more like a flashback. So the son was not in it.
Oh,
no,
why?
no,
I loved him.
no.
What's he doing?
No, I don't know.
I haven't seen him since that show.
No,
He was good.
I
That
don't
kid.
even know that there's that
Oh,
many
we
people.
look so much better in this light. You guys, look. Oh my God, look. And then, whoa.
See, I don't really notice that
We're
much of a
like
difference.
pale and red. I'm like a rosacea nightmare tonight. That's all.
What? Okay, so it was alright. It's a 2 hour. It kills 2 hours.
Whatever. Move
What
on.
else? Well, what do you want to talk about?
Anything that I actually, although I have to say,
You haven't really
you
been
guys,
watching.
I have a senior in high school and I'm way too busy doing college crap.
It's FAFSA time, you guys.
College
FAFSA.
crap. That, Common App, Naviance. Oh my God. Now SRAR. I can't
Oh,
take it
SRAR.
anymore. Any of you who have done this, who are doing this, salute, because oh my God, I have no time. There's 3 more pole darks that I haven't even seen.
Oh, well, okay. Let's talk about that. Now,
This
I have to
way.
say,
Come on, you gotta do it in person. Run.
this way and that way, and this way and that way. I will say though, Ross is in London far too much. There's not a whole lot of this way and that way.
Westminster, Tracy, now that you've been in Westminster for 2 months. Okay, I'm sorry, but I get to talk now, and
Well, can
I
I
have
just
some
interject one
commentary.
thing?
Oh, for God's sake.
Because I'm a PBS member, a Channel 13 member. That's our New
Mrs.
York.
Shiley loves her.
Darlene Shiley. We
Aw.
love Mrs. Shiley. I think something might have happened to Mr. Shiley. I don't know, because
Hey,
he's
you
not
don't
on
know
it
what their
anymore.
story is.
I don't.
so.
Yeah, it used to be Donald and Darlene Shiley.
And you know
I
what? God bless her if he
Well, I said-
passed
I
on,
said
she
that.
can call me, and Darlene, we will go out for
I
dinner.
said, Carol, I think Mr. Shiley and Tom are like watching Poldark together.
Do you know how much Tom loved the Shileys?
I know.
Week. And then he would do his Laura Linney masterpiece. And Tom would be like, on masterpiece.
See, that would
wish
have
I
been
had
a good
him
cameo.
recorded doing
If
this
sh-
stuff.
if the Shileys were on Cameo, like that would have been a good one to get for Tom.
All right, you guys, listen.
But what I just have to say, as the reward of being a member, you get like all the things in advance. So I have seen the entire season of Poldark. I've seen the finale of Poldark. So go. That's all I want to say.
I don't know what I'm going to do. Only 3 episodes left of Poldark ever, until they make it again in 10 years. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Okay.
Aiden Turner is wrong.
Does he have a really bad wig this year?
Oh my God.
No,
wait, yours is better. Oh my God, yours is better. This is his way. I'll hold this. You pull it forward. Pull it this is meet my friend Ross Bolt. This is Ross this season. Look, it's all in the front. It's all here. And he looks so dumb. And he's talking about very important stuff. And he's like, yeah, do you know what? And it stops like,
oh my God, I have to let my hair. But you know what? They had a flashback somewhere. Maybe you haven't even gotten to it yet, and it's not a spoiler, but they have a flashback at one point.
Do you make fever too?
No. Oh my God, you should tell that story though. I said, in all of this, and it's not been easy the past couple of months. But Carol,
8 months,
8 months. But we've said this before, it's how we are. We don't know how to do things other than with humor. We just don't know. That's our family. It's our whole life. We never met a serious situation that we couldn't drive a truck of laughter through. And so even in all of this, that's been hard, Carol just will come out with these stories that are so funny.
Widow stories.
Another show we could talk about, which is Mrs. Maisel. I am the Susie to her, the Widow Maisel. And I'm like, Carol, you got a tight 5 that you can take to any open mic night.
Tracy wants me to go on stage.
Wait,
Tracy wants me to take my sad, pathetic show on the road.
I'm telling you guys, there's a story about Carol having to go because they're okay.
I don't want to know about that.
Okay, all right, okay. Then do the hay fever story.
I have something going on right now where my eyes tear up. I mean, when you're my situation, you cry every day. I cry every day, but I cry home by myself, and people.
We have to talk about that.
People are like, oh my God, you're doing so well. I bet you there's people out there who are probably like, does she even care? But honestly, that's the way my husband was. We just did not, he was very private and that was us. So he would be like, ugh, you don't cry to people. They have their own problems. You know what I mean?
In baseball.
So I do not, that's my stuff I do when I'm alone by myself. And in the car, oh my God, people will pass me in the car, probably be like,
we're going to have to talk about Dead to Me.
So, oh God. And I'm in the store one day I got one kid who's a football player and one kid who's a cheerleader, and I'm in the sporting store buying stuff from Manasquan Warriors. Woo! And I'm buying clothes, and I'm in the back going through the clearance rack, because, that's me. And I'm looking, and all of a sudden, what I have, if anybody has this, please let me know. My eye will just, like a tear will just fall down my eyes. And I'm like, oh, whoa. And I've been to the ophthalmologist, and he was like, well, this duct looks a little funky, but I think it's okay. I want you to take the medicine. I think it might just be like a hay fever. And then I went to my doctor for something else and happened to mention it to the PA, and she was like, yeah, I think it's probably hay fever. Use the Visine with the, they now have Visine you can buy over the counter that has an antihistamine in it. So you're not taking a Zyrtec for your whole body. You're just putting it in your eyes, right?
Oh, that's interesting.
But that didn't really work. So anyway, long story short, I'm in this sporting goods kind of store, and I'm just looking for stuff, and all of a sudden I hear, hey, Car, and I look up, and it's a woman from town, Kathy, who I haven't seen in months and months. And I'm talking to her, and all of a sudden my eye... Well, she came back to the rack, and I'm like... And I'm like, oh my God, Kathy P thinks that I am crying in the racks in the sporting goods. And I said, she hasn't seen me in months, and she's probably like, oh, that poor Carol. I saw her in the sporting store, and she was crying in there. And I said to her, listen, I have hay fever.
No, it's not morning. It's just hay fever, really.
So it was, Tracy likes my little stories. I call her and I tell her. Okay, can I go back to Poldark?
Okay, so go back to Poldark. Yes.
After all of these seasons, you guys, spoiler alert, just in case, if you're in the very beginning season of Poldark, you need to not listen. All these seasons of watching Ross treat Demelza like the littlest piece of shit under his shoe. How many times? Elizabeth, he was always pining for Elizabeth. He would tell Demelza, I love you more than anything. But really, it was like, ... And Elizabeth was riding a horse up here. And you never really felt it. You'd be like, oh, Ross. Well, then Demelza, you know, kind of got him back.
Right.
So all of a sudden, and last season he was like more into, like, he made his peace with it, and they made their peace, and he was like, Demelza, I love you. You've saved me, all this. But you still weren't feeling it. Until this season, Elizabeth is 6 feet under. now Ross is like, oh, Demelza. And every 5 minutes he's like, oh dear. And it's not even like, let us go. It's like, did you just milk the cows? And I love it because it's Aidan Turner at his finest.
I know, but that hair, well, you guys know, I just can't. I just got it to look good.
Andy Dufresne.
No, that's what I was gonna say. There was a flashback or something of the first season. His hair looks so good in the first season. It was like it's a blunt cut right now.
Oh my god!
It's like he's got that hair that like that fat old preacher that died used to have. Like, I mean,
maybe that
Reverend Grossy Gross. I mean, like, it's really bad. It's really
Reverend Grossy Gross. That must have been the look back then.
You should tell them what at the football game today.
Oh my god, you guys. So Tracy thinks I'm more ADD than she is. Notice I don't say the H because I'm really like, what? We go to the football. Tracy comes down today and we go to see my daughter cheer. She cheers for the varsity. My son plays freshman. It's very cute. And I'm sitting there with Tracy. Half the stands are empty. I don't know why. There's
nobody around us. Whatever.
There's no one below. There's no one above. This guy comes and there's kids sitting up behind us a couple rows. So he must have been talking to them. Must have been like some dad.
Yeah.
He comes and he stands right behind me.
And you know how like bleachers are like this? And then the part where you stand on the next bleacher is behind you. So it's right, it's like, he's like this. He's like right like that.
Except for I am, I am here. And get up here, Tracy.
Wait, can I get on the stool? No, I don't want to stand on this because I'll break it.
Oh,
so like, if you could like sit a little, here, sit down. No, not on the stool, like sit down lower. Like, this is probably like, he had like a really big belly. And he's like literally this close to her. I look over and I'm like, and you're like,
you guys, I finally, this guy has his, I'm going to come out and say it. We all watch Outlander. We can all handle it. He's got his crotch in the back of my head. And there's no one else around. So he could have stood there. And there's times in life where like, we discussed this. It probably wasn't a situation of this guy being, weird. He just didn't know any better.
He just didn't get it.
You know what I mean?
He just didn't
know any better. Why he's standing right behind me with this Johnson. And I tried, you guys. I sat there for like a good couple of minutes and I was like doing this to Tracy.
Well, and it wasn't just the Johnson. I mean, he had like, like a bowl full of jelly belly.
That was my hat. You guys.
It was resting on her head like that. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh my god. You don't mess with the Zohan to me. Like, you can't. Did you ever see that movie? Did you ever see You Don't Mess with the Zohan?
No.
So these girls are getting their hair cut, and the Zohan is cutting their hair and going, and with this crotch, like, right in their face. And you guys, I was like, all right, I can do this. I'm okay. And then finally, I just went, I cannot do this. And I moved over.
Oh my god. It was really, really disgusting. All right. So Ross. So Poldark is very good this season.
Why couldn't we have had this between Ross and Demelza for 5 years. Is it in the book? The books from Winston Graham. I read the first one after I'd seen the first episode. After I'd seen the first episode the first season of Poldark, I went back and I read the first book from Winston Graham. Loved it, but it was so similar, which was such a testament to how awesome they are.
I have to read this books.
It was just so similar. There were a few differences, but it was so similar that I was like, you know what? I don't need to keep reading these books. I'm already watching. I'm just going to keep watching the show, which is what I did. Because honestly, like, Aidan Turner. But I'm just like, okay, for anybody who's read the books out there, the Poldark series, was that a thing? Like, in the 5th book or whatever book it is, did he all of a sudden, like, after Elizabeth's death, did Ross just start getting more amorous with Demelza?
Well, I mean, I disagree with you a little bit. Like, I kind of think he was over it.
Oh, what are you, Mara?
A little bit.
I love it.
I think that Ross, I think he would always think fondly of Elizabeth, but I really did think that he loved Demelza.
You thought of fondling Elizabeth?
He thought of standing up behind her and putting his crotch like.
All right, wait. I'm looking for a picture.
But I think they, they had their ups and downs and whatever. But I mean, I do think if he, even if Elizabeth were there, he would have chosen Demelza.
All right,
over Elizabeth.
I'm afraid to Google too much because I don't want a spoiler. So I am just going.
I'll Google whatever because I've seen it.
Oh, this says when does it start? So good. Okay, so I just want to show these guys the picture in my, oh God, I can't look too much. Dang it, David.
Well, I don't know what you're trying to find.
I'm trying to find this picture of Ross that I just,
Oh, what the hell is that? And when is he, what?
See that picture I was trying to find.
Oh, that hair is so bad. Ross cannot have all one length hair. It's not good for him.
All right, I'm going to do this. I hope I can do it without too much glare. Oh, there's the glare. Hang on. You guys, hang on. Look at his hair. All right, anyway. I don't want to spoil because I have 3 more episodes left, so.
But Poldark is very enjoyable. I'm going to miss that show. I really am. It's going to be, I'm going to miss them. I'm going to miss all of them.
I can't even. I can't.
Yeah.
They're another one that's like your family. Even George. They're all my family.
George, and George this season, I mean, as much as you've seen, because I think you're like halfway through.
Yeah.
He's sort of sympathetic a little bit.
Oh, totally. Oh my God, I have sausage toes.
Squirrel. Let's talk a little bit. I don't think you watched Dead to Me. You didn't watch the whole thing.
Yeah, I totally did.
You watched the whole thing?
Yes.
Oh, I did not know that.
Are you kidding me? Hi. I'm home alone one night. My kids are both out. I'm feeling sorry for myself. I had my good cry or 10, and I'm like, all right, I'm just going to watch something. And I'm sitting there, and I'm going through, and I'm feeling sorry for myself that I'm home alone on a Saturday night watching it. And all of a sudden, I see the trailer for Dead to Me, and I'm like, it's my life. That's me, with a casserole at the front door. I'm like, this is so me. You get this terrible attitude where you just like are so jaded about everything. Oh, she's perfection.
Oh my God. Christina Applegate is amazing. And I mean, like, Carol, I mean, I will tell people, people will be like, how's Carol doing? And I'll be like, yeah, she's all right. I mean, like, Christina Applegate, the character is a lot like Carol because they both have the attitude of, I don't got time for this. Like, what am I going to do?
I got time for that.
I don't got time for that. What am I going to, take to my bed for, like, a month and, like, never leave my house? And never... No. I got kids I got to get to school, and I got this, I got that. Right. So, like, have my little cry on the toilet or in the car on, coming home from, pickup or drop off or whatever the hell you call it.
The toilet? I haven't tried that yet, but I will.
Oh, I thought you did, actually.
On the toilet?
No, she cried on the toilet. They showed her.
Oh, her! Oh, yeah. Because she's trying to cry not in front of her kids.
Right, exactly.
Let me tell you, in the very beginning, the first couple months, the first couple weeks, but the first couple months, you're like a psycho. You're psycho. And I was always like, my children need to see. They need to see this. They need to see it's okay. They need to say that I am okay after my freak out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I never freaked out, but I would just cry, you know. And then after that, you start kind of like, okay, I don't want my kids to worry about me, so I need to rein it in a bit. And then you cry on the toilet.
Right,
Like
right.
with a pillow. Or
Right, exactly. I was just like, oh my God, Christina Applegate, like, I wish I had your phone number or your email so I could just be like, thank you. You nailed it. You nailed it. You nailed it.
Truly, I
nailed it.
think I'm a bit of an expert
Yes.
on the subject,
Mhm.
and I can tell you she was.
Mhm.
Oh my God, the bird. Oh, but I'm the one like who's like, the Cardinals came to visit. That's Daddy. You know, like. That's so funny when she's like, oh my God, he thinks. And then at the end, she talks to the bird, and the bird, like, takes off or whatever. She's like, oh, okay.
I thought that the show got a little, like, didn't go off the rails a little bit.
Yeah, I wasn't happy
that the
with-
show, that the performances were probably better than the show in the end.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, but here we go. I really liked it because it was so true to life. So I was ticked when it starts turning into, of course, he's got a past, and of course, this and that, and you know what I mean? I was like, oh, for God's sake, couldn't
Oh,
you
yeah,
believe
because
it?
I didn't think you had watched it, and then it started to get to the point where,
It
like,
got
oh,
weird.
the husband was having an
He was
affair,
having
and
an
this was like, oh,
affair,
Megan Carroll didn't
And
watch
I
this.
thought, oh, I'm sorry, is my grief not interesting enough to the masses? It has to be some kind of wacky, like, past that he had? Come on.
But the performances are just, I mean, that Linda Cardellini is always so good, too.
Oh,
She's
my
great.
God.
She's really great.
I'm sorry, but you haven't seen her in her best role of the planet.
What?
Gravity Falls. Am I right?
I was gonna
Wendy?
say, Legally Blonde.
Oh my God, I think I'm thinking of the wrong one.
She's only in the end of Legally Blonde. She's like she's spoiler alert. Well, like not like we haven't spoiled any many things already. She's the real killer.
Oh my God. Is this the girl who befriends her that you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. She was in Bloodline.
She was in Bloodline.
Yeah.
She was in Gravity Falls, and for any of you out there who know what Gravity Falls is, she's Wendy's voice, and she's fantastic.
Oh wow.
And you're laughing because it's a cartoon for kids, but it's funnier for adults who love the 80s will like it just as much, if not more. And she's got a big part as far as a voiceover goes.
What else? I know you have not watched Fleabag. We did watch it.
Game of Thrones. Did we talk about the end of Game of Thrones? Which was really
No, I
bad.
don't think we did.
It was really, really horrific, and we hated it.
No, okay. Okay, we definitely did not talk about this because we have something to say here.
I don't even remember it. I blocked it all out of my head.
Here's what I have to say about the end of Game of Thrones.
Can we get George R. R. Martin's real end of Game of Thrones? I would really like that.
Well, I gotta think that that's like kind of gonna be
they're not all
it.
gonna come back and Moira, that was your Moira. They're not gonna all come back and film that.
Wait, what?
He's writing it, but I said I'm kidding around. I want like a do-over. I want the end of the.
You don't think the end of the books is going to be that ending of the show?
No.
Well, I mean, I haven't read the books beyond book 3. I think
No, in fact, I don't.
Because I think some of the characters, like they Lafayette, some of the characters that either they died in the book and they're alive in the show, or they die in the show but they're still alive in the book.
Oh my
whatever.
God,
but here's what I think.
Get me started.
I think that the ending wasn't necessarily, oh my God, and we haven't talked about some other thing that's, the ending's not going to be satisfying for the audience.
It's
But
getting too late for our ice cream.
I know, I don't care. I don't care if it's midnight. I'm having that ice cream because I have to leave tomorrow. So, like, I'm not going to, like,
And it's
leave my ice
Hopkins,
cream
you
here.
guys. Point Pleasant, New Jersey. Best
would you
ice
guys
cream in
mind
New
if we had
Jersey.
ice cream that's really soft?
They win every year.
Okay. No. The ending was not satisfying for us. I think that the story ended the way it was supposed to for every one of those characters.
What?
We didn't have,
What?
I mean, we didn't necessarily like that.
All right, spoiler alerts times 10. I'm sorry, Jamie. Really?
Well, that was kind of stupid. But
Oh my God.
yes. I mean, like, yes, but again, when you really, really, really dig deep, no, it wasn't a satisfying ending for us, but like we would have liked to see him and Brienne of Tarth, like, you know, skip off together in the
I was
daisies.
so
Okay?
pissed about
But,
what
like,
he
he's
did to
right.
her.
He is who he is.
Did she have a
And
baby, or did
his-
I make that up in my head?
Brienne of Tarth?
Yeah.
In real life?
No, in the show. Sometimes I make
You
up
made
my
that
own
up on, like,
endings.
you know, the
Yeah,
Planet Zoltar.
I made up my own ending that she's like pregnant. No, you guys, isn't she? What was she writing in the book?
She was writing the story of Jaime Lannister, the great knight of Westeros or whatever. I don't know. But, like... no, we're back. That was weird.
You think Jon Snow... Fine, he went with the Waldings. Like, I was fine with that, because that's where he belongs. But in shame? Do you really believe that he should have been shamed into scurrying off and leaving forever?
But he's not.
In shame.
No, well, but he was sent to the Wall, and he was like, great, send me back to the Wall, because I'm totally not going there. I'm going with my wildling friends to live happily ever after. He was happy in his clan.
Shame.
He didn't care.
A great man, a warrior. He came back to life. He did everything for everybody else, and they sent him away in shame. That is so wrong.
I don't think it was in shame. I don't think it was.
So
I think they were like,
frickin'
you
wrong.
killed the queen. We have to do something.
That was so weird, too. I'm sorry, but her all of a sudden mental illness, and people are like,
that was kind of weird.
They were like, it's supposed to be like her father. Okay, fine, it's like her father. Then I'm sorry, but I don't really need the Melrose Place. What's her name? It beats alcoholism in one episode situation. It was like she went from being like this fierce leader to crazy like her father, like at the end of the series.
Right.
Oh man, that made me mad.
Yeah, right.
Mad,
But like
mad,
just the whole
mad.
thing of like that, you know, that Bran ends up being on the Iron Throne is perfect.
Totally
because,
doesn't deserve it.
No, but think about what's happening here. Bran is like Tyrion, who really should be sitting on the Iron
I
Throne.
drink and I know things.
He is like, it's got to be Bran, and Bran's like, yeah, sure, whatever. But Tyrion knows that by putting Bran on the throne, all Bran wants to do is like sit around and, you know,
And fly
around. Guess who's really going to be running things? Tyrion. Tyrion knows that. And now it's Tyrion and Samwell and Smarty Pants McGee, finance guy. That's what the hell's his name? Bronn? Bronn? Sir Bronn.
Which is Smarty Pants McGee.
The guy that's Master of Coin now. He's Bronn. He hung around with Tyrion and the little squire guy for a long time.
Damn it! Why can't I?
I think it's Bronn. I think it's Bronn. You know, all of these really smart guys are now running things because Bran is on the Iron Throne, just not really giving shit.
Wasn't there?
And I mean, it was a perfect ending for
What
him.
happened to the other kid?
Which other kid?
The other Stark kid.
Oh, Rickon. He got killed
When?
seasons ago.
How?
With like his little nursemaid or like the girl that was like taking care of him.
God.
Yeah, I
I'm
forget.
sorry,
to call
but
them,
that Catelyn Stark's sister was such a Looney Tune. She was so much fun.
But you know who else? Arya, perfect ending for her. Perfect ending for her. Sansa, perfect ending for her. Like everybody got the ending that was perfect for them, even though it wasn't perfect for us. That's what I thought of Game of Thrones. Was Game of Thrones like fun
Yeah,
and like
because it was a Hollywood ending.
and like satisfying to watch? Maybe not, but it was right
No, it
for all of
wasn't.
them, and that's what I think.
It wasn't.
That's what I think.
It wasn't, and I will never ever forgive them for sending away a great warrior in shame.
I disagree. I don't think he went in shame. I think he was like,
Well, I don't think he was in shame, but they sent him away. Ugh, whatever.
and they sent him away the best way that they could.
And Jaime Lannister died.
Yes, I had a
he
problem.
went back to that bitch, and they die under the city.
I know.
So
I think yes.
dumb.
That you really did want. You really did want Cersei. You wanted a Cersei somebody showdown,
Yeah.
and I don't know who it would have been. I don't know. It couldn't have been Arya because she took out the White Walker King, the Night King. You know, would it have been who else would it have been? Khaleesi? No, because Khaleesi and
That's a little boring.
and what's her name didn't really have like a full on conflict. Really, it was her and Tyrion that had the biggest conflict.
Oh well.
And I don't know how you would have like maybe he would have poisoned her or like I don't know what he would have done to kill her, but yes, there was we could have had a more satisfying end to the two of them. I would agree with that. Yes. Can we talk about the show that you made me watch? And I'm 3 episodes away from it being done.
I'll talk
and
about
then I'm not
that
killing
all day.
So, if you recall, when did you start watching that? Like, how long have you been talking about that show?
Tom watched the whole thing with me.
So it was clearly, and
Last
was he like?
summer, he was okay.
He was
enough
okay?
Yeah. It was before he got
So
sick.
you watched it. It's been like over a year since you watched it. We're talking, of course,
was
about
before he got
Say
sick.
It and Shura,
Again,
or Say It Like
second
Shura, as I like to call it.
Say it and Shura.
So Carol
Say it, don't spray it.
would not stop saying it about Shura. And what she was saying was like, "Oh, Tracy, you have to watch it. It's Russian and I mean the Turkish and
I still don't
Turkish
know
soap
if it's,
opera. It's so great.
I still don't know if it's Crimea or Crimea. Where do you put that accent?
I would say Crimea, but I don't know. Because I don't know
Did
anything
you
about it.
let the dog in?
Yeah, I hear the dog.
In the house?
I think.
Oh yeah. Sorry,
think
guys.
So. So Carol just like wouldn't let go, and I finally was like,
You
"Alright,
gotta
fine.
let it go. You gotta
Fine.
let it go.
So I started watching it. I would watch it on like the elliptical machine, or I would watch it. You know, I watched it at lunch a little bit, like when I'm eating my lunch.
Lunch and say it. A perfect combo.
So okay. I will say it's been so I'm there's 40,
all y'all knew she'd have the reaction she's about to have.
so there's 46 episodes,
yes, it's long.
and I'm in the middle of episode 43. So I'm going to talk. I have not watched the whole thing. Carol's not going to spoil the last 3 episodes, but I'm going to talk about like what I've got so far. And what I've got so far is like
the heebie-jeebies.
But like, why do they call it Say It and Shura? If Say It and Shura like are broken up and clearly are not going to be together when the series ends. That's like if Rachel got on the plane and went to Paris.
You better put a big fat spoiler alert.
I just did, and I'm going to say we spoil all these shows. I did put it in the YouTube.
Spoil Say It and Shura. I can't believe you made it this far without calling me and flipping out, because I was at like episode 36 and I freaked out online, and Laura, my friend who watches Say It, was a big, she drove up to New Jersey to meet Norman Desmond. Norman Desmond, am I saying that right?
Norman Desmond. She went to Wing 200
and Yaya, and her hot husband Yaya. She's married to Yaya in real life.
Clearly Teresa Guidice doesn't think so.
And she, oh my god, that doesn't make sense to these people.
There's a character who, I don't remember her real name, but it's called Guidice. I mean, I just call her Guidice because it sounds like Guidice.
It's like Gaducci or
Gazudi.
Oh, you mean Guzid?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking about Teresa.
Teresa Guidice?
Her last name is like, isn't it
it's
like
Guidice?
You sure?
I thought it was Guidice.
I don't know, but
Maybe
it's
not.
pretty, to me, it's kind of interesting that it's Guide.
Guidice.
Hey, we're half Italian, I'm not making fun. Okay, so, what the hell was I just saying?
You have a friend. Oh, yeah. So you went to call your friend. And...
So Laura had to talk me through it, but I tweeted something, and that's when Beth from That's Normal was like, "Oh, Carol." I still hear it in my head.
I need to. I'll tell you. I need to DM.
She
Beth
was,
from That's Normal
and
be
Beth was like, "This is what Beth stopped watching."
Give me
Beth
one
stopped.
good reason why I shouldn't kill my sister for making me watch this.
She stopped watching at that episode. Tracy,
But
it's the whole series. It's like when I would flip out over somebody winning an Oscar over a dumb movie, and you'd be like, it's their body of work. Well, it's the series. It's the Russian Revolution. It's World War I. It's the Tsar's family being murdered. It's history. It's really interesting. It's, my God, didn't you love seeing the balls and the opulence? It was fantastic.
I will say that though, that they've gotten like now, they're very like, I don't know if it has to be true to the time period, but it feels very contemporary. Like, you know, I will say this. If I'm Shura, you know, Shura and her sister, she did reunite with her sister Tina. Tina found her in Istanbul or wherever they are.
Stand Tina.
And it would be totally worth it to go through all the strife that those girls went through to be able to have those kicky bobs that they do.
Oh, she totally has my hair too.
Shura?
Farrah in real life. Shura, Farrah.
You why don't you do
Oh
that?
my
Why
God.
don't you get that cut? You could totally have that cut. It's adorable.
The cut at the end?
Yeah, I
thought they maybe flipped it underneath.
No. She has short hair.
Oh, make sure. All I know is she has my hair. So when you see in season 1 and her hair's all like curly, but it's frizzy AF because when it's humid, that's my hair. That I would watch that show and go, oh my God, she's my fine consistency with the crazy curls, and like it's crazy. And then they started working on her hair as that thing, and they also fried her hair. Her hair, obviously, at that point in her career, she probably did a million shows. Mm-hmm. She just needed a really good cut and some dark conditioning. You know what I mean?
Right.
She just had fried, bleached out hair, which I kind of do too.
I just feel like the clothes they wear, like I'm really surprised at the hemlines. They're rather short for 1919 or whenever it is. I don't know.
1919 where? I mean,
in Istanbul, which I think would be even more like conservative.
Oh, but that's when all the White Russians came. This is what I'm saying.
I guess
so much about history. Istanbul in that time was like, other than like you were talking about Mervet's family, Mervet, whatever, being very conservative. This family, religious. How would you say that? Conservative, not conservative, but anyway. This group was full of people who came from Russia to escape the war and escape everything, and they were like, they're
the reformed, I guess.
Say it and Shura, both of them at that time period in Istanbul when she was like living with Tina and he was, you know, they both had active social lives. They were socializing all over town. You gotta remember, she was wealthy AF where she was from. Like, she was important.
I know that. Yeah.
He was given a watch by the Tsar. Like, these were important people who lost it all. My God, they're like Schitt's Creek. And then, so once they went back over there, she found her people, he found his people, and they both had these active social lives going on where they would go to these supper clubs and they'd go and dance, and you know what I mean?
Well, you know, they edited out a lot of stuff. Like, they skipped over, evidently something happened with Sayed. Like, he didn't have any money for a long time when they first moved to Istanbul. And now all of a sudden he has pots of money and he's like really rich. Well, so I don't
get in the show. I don't know about real life.
I don't know. I don't get that. But
he was involved. He started a bunch of businesses.
He has a laundromat now.
He started businesses,
and now he wants to have a restaurant. That was I think last week. Like, he's like, I'm going to open up a restaurant and cook all the stuff that like we can't get here.
Well, for God's sake, can someone shave the bad mustache?
Oh my God! I will tell you what. Of all the things that almost made me turn this show off,
the porn stash
was like at one point, like Shura and he like sort of got back together, like Ross and Rachel when they got back together for a night. That was totally what happened here. And Shura was like, "Oh, here, let me like shave you," and she's like, and they're like, "Okay, here we go." And everybody that's watching is like,
"Yeah,
my eyes,
yeah,
oh my eyes."
This is like.
It's it is like Porn Stash on Orange Is the New Black.
This is stubble, and then this is like
Porn Stash.
You must pay the rent. I can't pay the rent. You must pay the rent.
It was like, what did you just do to him?
Oh my God! But that's what he looked like in real life.
I don't give a shit. I want him to look good in real life.
This is what. Yeah, well, you know what? I wanted Claire to have brown eyes, and that didn't happen.
So we're gonna have to just talk about this in the next video because I still have to watch 3 more episodes. But like, unless I'm really like gonna be surprised here. I can't imagine that they're going to get back together. They're like, he's married to somebody else now. And my point to Carol is that, like, why do you call this show... Like, if I'm a network executive in Turkey, okay, and you bring me this idea for a show, I'm like, oh, it's like historical drama. Oh, good. Learn a lot. Good. Romance. Good. Wait, what? They break up around episode, like, you know, he pulls a Mr. Big in, like, episode 25, and they never really get back together, and then he marries somebody else, and we don't get a happy ending? No. And you want to call it Santa and Shura when it's not even really about them? No. You pass. That's what I say, as if I'm, like, Mr., you know, Turkey network executive. Sorry, that's what happens. But then they have the version, you must hate this. They have a version of that song, but it's like in a minor key for when he's with the other one.
This you hear when you first start watching the show, you guys, and you're like, oh my god, what bad music. Like, what? When you're halfway through the series, you hear this come on, and you're like, oh, it's like otherworldly. I'm telling you. Oh my god, I can see it.
Turn it off. So I have 3 more to go. At that point, we'll have another video where I will have the, you know, torturing, the waterboarding of Carol.
Oh my god.
For making me watch this 46 episodes, hour-long each. And, you guys, it's in Turkish with subtitles. So it's not even like you can have it on in the background and be watching it or fall asleep through it or whatever. You have to watch it. You have to watch the screen like this.
I'm sorry. Is it such a hardship to have to pay attention to Kıvanç Tatlıtuğ? Really? He's like the most beautiful man I've ever seen in my entire life.
Not for the past 10 episodes he's done.
Oh my god.
No.
He's also the #1 actor in Turkey. I mean,
it's like this. This is what he looks like right now.
Tracy, I'm sorry. Kıvanç Tatlıtuğ. You cannot even think.
You did. He's in some Coke commercial that you sent me.
Oh
in,
my
like, in an
god.
elevator. And it's kind of like, he's in the elevator.
Oh my god. He sang the song for that ad. He's the one singing in the back. All I can hear is da da dee da.
All right. I'm trying to think what else. Like, okay. I did mention Fleabag only because everyone's like, Fleabag is so great. Fleabag, we watched the first 3 episodes, and I turned to my husband and I was like, when does this get good? Because, like, I don't get it. Like, everyone's like, oh my god, this show is like the second coming of God. I don't get it. And after that, the rest of the season 1 was better, and season 2 is actually very good. Is it like the be-all, end-all that she should win Best Actress over both Christina Applegate and Catherine O'Hara? Hell no. But it's entertaining. Hot Priest really is very hot. I will say that. Yeah, Hot Priest is very hot. Even though, you know, Outlander had its own Hot Priest, Father, NPH. Show them.
And he recorded that. That's him singing.
Wow.
Very talented.
So would I recommend Fleabag? Yeah, you know what? It's low. It's a low. It's a small investment. It's like 20 minutes a pop. We watched this show called Derry Girls. That's a very funny, and I would totally recommend.
I think you guys would probably like that too. Any Outlander fan is probably going to like that.
This is
it was very circle.
Mini Driver.
Oh my god!
Circle of Friends.
Circle of Friends. It was so Circle of Friends.
It's about this group of girls in like the 1990s when there was like a lot of
in the 90s.
In the 90s.
Are you British?
In the 90s.
In the 90s.
In the 90s. In the 90s. That was I tried for more there and it didn't happen. But when
I remember the 90s.
There's a lot of tensions between, you know, in Northern Ireland and whatnot, but their girls are like really wacky and they get into all sorts of trouble. And it's like Fleabag is like this too. Like it's, you know, 20, 25 minutes, 6 episodes this season, 2 seasons. You're in and out in a night.
Derry Girls is short?
Yes,
Oh,
6
I'll watch
seasons,
that.
six episodes a season. 2
Well,
seasons.
I told you, after November 1st, when all the college crap is done, then I can actually watch TV.
I forget last time if we had watched Ozark at that point, but my husband and I watched 2 seasons of Ozark. The 3rd season starting. Yes, recommend on that.
It looks so
Jason
dark.
Bateman. It is very dark. But Jason Bateman is so great, and like
He's
he
so
directs it and he
cute.
writes it and stuff. He's like crazy.
You
like
know
when
what?
did
I
he
love
become?
him. Don't you think of him from, what was that show called with Rick Schroeder? Not to be confused with
Ricky, call me Rick Schroeder.
Schroeder.
Ricky, call me Rick Schroeder. Oh, Silver Spoons.
Silver Spoons. And Jason Bateman used to be on that, and I was thinking that. But he's turned into quite a good actor.
Oh,
he's a
great.
good actor. He's so like his comedic timing is fantastic. Did you see Game Night?
No.
Just cute movie I watched on the plane. But hi, Kyle Chandler. Like, I would watch 2 hours of like dog shit sit on the table if Kyle Chandler was sitting behind it.
I'm getting hot. I have to.
I know.
Hold a piece of ice in my hand.
So anyway.
What else? What really like lightning round?
I know
of
we're going
shows.
to hang up on this, and I'm going to go, oh, I did watch, because I really haven't watched that much TV.
Lightning round
You
of
have a
shows.
crying disease, too.
What?
You have like a tear.
I do.
See, you guys.
I think it's just
not
sweat
just
because
me.
I just like I don't know if it was a hot flash or I'm just hot.
Game.
Or I'm just gonna
Remember
get my
that
ice
song?
cream that I really want.
What was that song from
The Crying Game?
The Crying Game? What was it?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I know all there
Here, we'll
is
open the
to
freezer for a
know
minute.
about the Crying Game. First
her ice maker doesn't work, or I would get some ice.
First there are kisses.
I don't
then
know.
there are... You remember?
Are you getting our ice cream?
Yes.
You guys, if you've made it through this far, the video this far, you're not going to mind if we eat
I
ice cream
just
for
said
the
to
last
this
couple of
part.
minutes.
I was like, are you accusing them of
We're going to
farting?
eat our ice cream now, so sorry. Because it's really hot in
You
here.
guys, all y'all with sensory issues, just turn down your volume.
Wait, I was talking about a show, wasn't I? Oh, we've started watching. Oh, okay. See, normally it's you that are like banging out this show and that show and this show and that show.
I'm banging out college applications and picking out crap.
We watched Mindhunter.
Oh! How was that?
It's good. It's good. We liked it. I like that Jonathan Groff a lot, but like everybody in that show is really good.
Jimmy.
Carol's trying to eat really quietly, Jim.
And Jimmy's, or sprinkles. I don't know what you call them. Hey, I want to know that. What do you guys call them? Jimmy's or sprinkles?
Jimmy's.
The heck was I just going to say about whatever you...
Mindhunter.
Is that the creepy show that's like creepy, disturbing?
Yes.
I don't think I can watch that by myself.
Mindhunter is about the FBI guys in the 70s who sort of invented the term serial killer, and they sort of came up with this idea that if you talk to enough, people who have committed multiple murders, with some sort of pattern or something to them, and you sort of got into their psyche, you could develop a profile. And so you could, when something like this is happening in an area, kind of come up with a profile of who it might be and catch the person. And these guys are real, like they were real people. And so basically, a lot of the hook of the show is that these guys will go around to different prisons and interview and talk to like different serial killers.
Hannibal Lecter?
So they'll have like one episode they had Charles Manson. They have
real people?
I mean, it's not the real Charles Manson, obviously,
No.
but
Wait,
there's yes,
did the real guys in real life really go into Charles Manson?
Yes. And because, the guy, they got a new... I don't know if they work for, the FBI director or, the Justice Department director or whatever. But, they got a new guy, and the guy was like, I can totally get you Manson. And he did. They got him Manson. The guy got him Manson. Or he got them Manson. And Charlie Manson was just a whack job. He was really weird.
Woman!
There's I don't remember his name. Not the Boston Strangler. All these, famous... I think they talked to Son of Sam at one point.
Did they get that guy from Philly?
Please,
mister, please! Encapsulation on his skin.
or else you get dollars again. Put your lotion in the basket.
It places the lotion in the basket.
Please, mister. I got precious down.
You leave precious alone.
She's like mashing up like 17 ones.
With
we
your
have to wrap this up
good
soon.
bag and your cheap shoes.
So it's good. It's a very interesting show. I think was 2 seasons. I think it's 2 seasons. So
Okay,
we watched
anyway.
that. What else? Mrs. Maisel. I forget if season 2 had been done already by the time we did the last video. You didn't watch season 2, did you?
Tom and I tried in the hospital. He was in the hospital, but he wasn't on hospice yet.
Mm-hmm.
But he was very...
That last
It
time,
was
you
very
mean?
hard for him
Yeah.
mentally to hang on to it. But also, he and I were both... He was bad. And we were both like, this isn't even fun. Like, the first season was a ton of fun, but the second season, the preview
Yeah, I can see that.
was...
So you have to go back to it. Second season.
I have a hard time going back to shows that he and I left unopen.
Oh, interesting.
Victoria. I've never been able to go back, and we were really enjoying the season. Now he went in the hospital. I'm so sorry, I'm so rude.
It's not chewy. It's not like crunchy.
And we stopped watching it. The weird things go through your head. I'm so sorry that I've you guys, this is me. I break into stuff. I talk about Tom all the time.
I mean, but like, why
I'm like,
not?
hey, I'm
He's
really
part
sorry,
of his family
but-
still, and
You just erase 25 years of marriage, but 29 years, you don't just erase it. He's in everyday life
but I
still.
don't think these guys care. I think they want to hear about him,
So,
right? Am I right?
I remember the weird things that go through your head. I remember thinking that when they declared him okay, he will now be on hospice.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember one of the things, not right then, but one of the things I had in my head was he's not going to see Victoria.
I would 100%. I mean,
He's not going to see Game of Thrones.
That upsets me, Tracy. Yes, I completely get it. I completely get it. 100%.
I mean,
and I just have to think yay, well, I mean, he just knows all, sees all, at this point, whatever.
the high end stuff was, he found out a niece was getting married. He found out a nephew, and niece were pregnant. And it was a bummer. He got upset. I'm not going to be here. I'm not going to see this. And I don't even want to go there. But
damn it, I'm not going to see the end of Victoria.
I think maybe I'm going to have to dive back in. It's been enough time. I don't know.
Yeah. But no, I get that. That makes
watch
sense.
him talk like this.
That makes sense to me. I'm so
do you
sorry,
watch
guys.
Victoria?
No, I'm just saying, that's what Tom would say.
You guys, she doesn't watch Victoria.
I've heard that that's good, though. All right. What else? Look,
I'm I'm back here in the shadows.
Yeah, you said
Hey.
you've kind of been hands off on it, so I'm trying to think of anything else.
What,
We're in the middle
I've been hands off on talking about shows?
on shows, period, because you just haven't had time to watch them. And I, for some reason, have been just watching a ton of TV. We're watching Unbelievable right now, which is very good.
I haven't even heard of
That's Toni Collette. That's it's based on real events about people in Colorado looking for some sort of rapist. But it's these women detectives. And it's very good. It's very good. We're enjoying it. What else? Anything you want to watch? I kind of want to watch. Oh, I think you checked out of that. You just tapped out. But I did stick around for the rest of Orange is the New Black and watch that. I thought the last season was very good. The last season was better than the season before, that's for sure.
The social justice season, I couldn't.
You watched the last season?
I didn't watch probably the last 2
The
seasons.
last season was a lot about ICE, not ISIS, ICE, undocumented immigration, whatever. But it was very good, and it showed it from a very interesting perspective. No, it was good. It was really good. It went out on a high note, I would say. But I'm thinking that because Natasha, what the hell is her name? Natasha Lyonne was on that show, and she's on Russian Dolls, and that show looks good to me. So
I did watch Vito, who colors my hair, and I always have the same taste in shows. And he went nutso about Yellowstone.
I don't think I've heard of that.
So I watched an episode. It is like a big, epic kind of TV show, Kevin Costner. And I'm not the biggest Kevin Costner fan either.
Nor am I.
So I was kind of like, oh my god, Dances with Wolves on TV 10 years later. But 20 years later. But I've asked a couple people and they're like, oh, no. That's like the first one or two episodes. You gotta stick with it. And they're like, especially season 2, oh my god. So Yellowstone, I might, I don't know.
Get into that.
I might try it. But like I said, I don't know when I'm going to be able to sit down and have time to do it.
And then Survivor. I always watch Survivor.
Oh
you
my
were
God.
watching Survivor, but are you?
We turned it on the other day and we were like, which one is this? How far in are they?
Like 5 episodes maybe, something like that.
We saw 1, maybe 2.
It's good. I like Boston Rob and Sandra. And
I love Boston Rob and Sandra.
they're the best part. Like I could live without them. They didn't have the Island of the Idols this week, which I didn't miss. But they have now they have Rob and Boston Rob and Sandra.
Is this
What?
a spoiler?
No, not really. They have Boston Rob and Sandra in this little the Boston Rob and Sandra hut, and they'll sneak in at every tribal council and watch it and make snarky comments, and that's the best. I want that every episode till the end of time. It's just so great. When Boston Rob was somebody was saying at tribal council it's gonna be so hard to vote everybody out, and Boston Rob was did you to Sandra did you have a problem voting people out? And Sandra's like, hell no. Whatever.
That was episode 1.
I know. She was great. It's one.
You know what makes me laugh? I'm sorry, excuse me. The fact that Sandra and Boston Rob have aged the same way the rest of us have. A little of this, a little of that.
All right, we've been at this for an hour and 45 minutes. So is it time to call it a night and finish our ice cream?
It was time to call it a night 45 minutes
I know,
ago.
right? You guys.
I just realized why we're not loud. I had earphones on that night I was eating.
Oh, maybe that's it. So
And it was
you were
like-
not-
It was like pretzels. I may have had an extra wine.
That's it, you guys. I don't know. I think we will. Of course, we'll think of a show that we were like, oh my god, we love it. Yes, Schitt's Creek. If you have not watched it, it is so easy. You can bang it out in a couple of days. I'm telling you. So let us know what you think in the comments. If you're watching any of the shows we talked about, and what you're excited about for Outlander Season 5, of course. What you are watching, if we didn't talk about the show that you love, let us know in the comments. One person on Twitter has been asking us about we should do a mock Q&A, and maybe that's something for a Facebook Live or something like that.
I would love that. That'd be fun.
She was asking. She said to Carol, "Do you work out?"
Yeah, lately.
Carol's like, "Yes." And 1.
I'm
and
sorry.
2.
I'm
and
sorry.
3.
11:09, and we are eating the
my God, it
richest
is.
ice cream you've ever seen.
Yeah. So yeah, that could be fun to do. We'll figure
I'm
it
getting
out.
the total gym.
Is that a gym?
Who has the total gym?
It's one of those
I have
fancy
an
things.
old.
You have a big
I have
gym
a home gym,
downstairs.
but it doesn't do the leg stuff I need, and it's old. It's more of guys, a guy.
It's one of these oh my god.
And I'm forget it. I'm going to put that sucker on Craigslist and say, if you can take this apart, you can come and get it and haul it away and have it. But Shannon has the total gym. Oh my god, every exercise under the sun. Everything for your legs, your thighs. But I can't wait. I totally want this thing. Christmas.
All right.
Christmas.
All right. Hopefully it won't be Christmas before we do this again. Hopefully we'll do this again. Because we've done this together over the past couple of times. And I have to say it's very enjoyable. It's quite enjoyable to do it together. We have to get used to doing it split screen again. So we'll do it more often. So, yeah, tell us in the comments what you want us to talk about. We still have 6 months of drought. No, it's not 6 months of Droughtliner. It's 4 months of Droughtliner.
I hope
4
to
months.
have my jowls gone by the next by February. A little less of the wingspan.
Yes, and somebody needs to blog more so that there's actually a reason to go
I'm
to
gonna do that in
mypurgatory.com.
College.
Blog about that. Like, it's fun. The FAFSA. Here's how Jamie would do the FAFSA.
You guys, I would kill to be able to blog more often.
Kill.
I did that when my babies were napping.
Oh my God, they were babies. You guys, oh my God, like, way to bury the lead. And maybe we'll do another video to celebrate this, but like, we're at like the 10-year, Mile Under Purgatory is 10 years old mark. You had the date. You had an actual date when you started blogging.
November 10th, 2009.
So I think there's going to have to be another video at that point, which is like in 3 weeks. So we'll see. Actually, oh my God, we're going to be together November 10th. I've never, or if it's that Monday, I have that day off. It could be a whole day of fun, you guys.
How much weight can I lose?
All right, you guys, tell us what you think in the comments. You know where we are on mileunderpurgatory.com, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all those places. We love you. And we will see you soon.